Hello, and welcome to your Health, Wealth, and Happiness. I'm your host, Brittany Maxwell. Today we have Dr. Sadiq with us to discuss mental health and the stigmas behind it, as well as the importance of seeking professional help if necessary. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Sadiq.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to be here.
We're always glad to have you. Mental health has become more of a hot topic in today's society. What should our viewers know about mental health?
There are many type of disorders which can affect people in their day-to-day life, such as anxiety, depression, eating disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, post-traumatic stress syndrome. Each of these problems can affect different people in different ways.
Well, there seems to be a lot that can go on within a person's mind that can affect their actions. Could you possibly narrow down or even give a synopsis on each of these disorders?
Sometime in anxiety, you will see that people are feeling nervousness, or they're having a heart rate, their heartbeat is faster, or they're having increased sweatiness. And this is normally also it happens in people, but if it goes above and beyond their normal range, then it's worrisome. So it means that these are symptoms we should look for. They are signs of anxiety, and also there are symptoms which are for depression, and sometimes the sadness or lack of appetite or lack of sleep. These are also symptoms of depression, and if they are lasting more than 2 weeks, that is a problem. Usually anxiety and depression, they go hand in hand, and if the one person is having anxiety, they will have most probably will have a depression too, and we call it a combination as mood disorder. So you will see these symptoms are very, very important.
You know, I feel like a lot of teens and even adults can suffer from both anxiety and depression.
40 million adults age 18 and above suffer from anxiety, and nearly half of people diagnosed with depression are also diagnosed with anxiety.
That's an insane number. What are some other mental health issues that people should show some concern about?
Eating disorder is also one of the very common mental health problem, which happens mostly in teens and young adult, and people get worried about their weight or food, so they will eat and then throw up. So emotionally very charged people.
All right, well, what about personality disorder?
That is also getting very common. Antisocial personality is one of the very common one. So people are having difficulty building the relationship. That's very, 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 very scary too, because people are not having the stable relationship.
Probably a little bit due to the social media there.
Yes, exactly.
So what about obsessive compulsive disorder, mainly known as OCD in the community?
I think most of the people, we are suffering with this, but if it goes above and beyond the norm, so then it's worrisome. People are having actually fear of something going wrong. For example, fear of height or getting sick.
I know I suffer from that. I hate getting sick during the flu season.
And you keep washing your hands?
Absolutely.
That's not good.
Yep.
But if it's all right if you're doing for reasonable times, but if you're going, I know a person who will keep washing the hand and they have broken skin. That's not good. I'm afraid of height, so I'm like little careful. So that's a very common problem. People have it, and what we have to find a way how to control it and when it's getting out of hand. That's very, very important.
Absolutely. So what about post-traumatic stress disorder, which I know a lot of our soldiers seem to suffer from when they come home from war?
Yes, that's another sad thing. People are having such sometimes devastating memories of those events which are really are not very pleasant. So they're having they're disturbed emotionally, especially when they come back from war, or they have sexual assaults, or sometimes they have natural disaster. So these memories can be haunting memories for them, and there are help available, so they can go to seek the help.
Well, that's always good to find help. You know, Dr. Sadiq, all these sound terribly difficult to deal with. There's often stigmas behind mental illness. Can you explain why that is?
There is often a stigma And stigma is basically a mark of disapproval from the society in general against person because of various reasons. And people with stigma often have been referred as crazy or weird. Oftentimes people do not take mental health illnesses very seriously, which is not really a good thing. And people think it's all in your head, but
Right.
it's assumption. Don't think this is all in your head. There are some problems. People can hurt themselves. So please seek the help if you feel any problem like that.
You know, in 2018 alone, many people have started talking about mental illness with the controversial shows such as 13 Reasons Why and various famous people committing suicide such as Kate Spade and even Robin Williams in the past. Why do you think people are afraid to speak up about feeling anxious or experiencing symptoms of depression?
Over the period of years, people are now discussing more and more about these problems, which is a very good sign, and they are coming out of their comfort zone. But unfortunately, 18% of the adults have mental health problems, but only 50% of the Americans are coming out and they are talking about these problems. And I think it's a long way to go. Still, we need to work on it. People who claim that they have some sort of a mental health problem or they're having suicide thoughts, please seek the help. Please talk to someone, as people do care about you. There are therapists available if you need to talk to your doctor, as well as an anonymous hotline that can provide you support on the spot. People who are become afraid to speak up because of the stigma, but it is important that people get over this fear because it does get better.
Absolutely. No one should have any shame for asking for help when they know it can get better.
Absolutely.
Do you have any thoughts on the way mental health is portrayed in the media and the stigmas that are behind that?
Social media and its effect of social media. It can help in the positive way or it can help in the negative way. But usually in the social media, if we are using social media for awareness and that is helpful. But if we are using social media where people get jealous and people actually are putting everything on it, and the other people are seeing that what's happening in others' life and they are very happy, why I'm not happy, that way social media, it can be very, very dangerous. It triggers sadness, it triggers a lot of feelings which are not healthy for anyone.
Absolutely. Well, if there's someone out there listening to this and they are wanting to finally seek help, what way can these people turn to?
Actually, the best way is you talk to your family, your friends who love you. But if you're not comfortable talking to your family member or any friend, then reach out to your doctors. And if you do not want to talk to your doctor, there are some hotlines available. There is one which is very, very good one, that is pleaselive.org. That is very, very important. There are hotlines for sexual assault, hotline for eating disorder, for suicide, and there is another one, 13reasonswhy.info. Someone who actually is having these problems, please go and visit these websites.
Dr. Sadiq, I appreciate all the information you helped provide us here with today, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers do as well. Mental health is becoming a bigger issue in our country, and there's always help available if one should seek it.
That is true. Mental health is very important to pay attention to. If you or someone is struggling with a disorder or illness, don't be afraid to reach out. There are always people around you who are willing to help you.
I agree. I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, thank you, Dr. Sadiq, for joining us here again today.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, viewers, stay healthy, happy, and live better.